What do you want? I really need to understand what you want. A lot of us are struggling in this country. People are struggling. And also, let me go to this issue of the ANC. South Africans are not happy with the ANC. And the ANC is very corrupt. But corruption is not a basis to overthrow the government. We are seeing so many white people saying that it's justifiable for a foreign power to interfere in our domestic issues because of corruption of the ANC. Really, guys, really. The same white people who want to continue to support a very corrupt Ukrainian government. One of the most corrupt governments in the world is Ukraine. And white South Africans support Ukraine unequivocally. And you are telling us that corruption and embezzling of funds, which a lot of South Africans are, corruption and even incompetence, which you won't find any defense from me for that. Are you saying that a government's corruption is a justification for it to be overthrown? Was that your view with regards to the very corrupt apartheid government, which looted every parastatal before these parastatals were handed over to the new government? Was that your view? What do you want? What do you want? I think for me, having been around, exposed to all kinds of white people in the world, Europeans, Americans, Australians, and particularly because I'm conservative in my values, I particularly don't like white liberals because they like to tell me how I should feel as a black person and who I should vote for and all of that, and especially American white liberals. And I can also find European white liberals to be very obnoxious, actually. But white South Africans, there is a particular strand or strain of white racism that is unique to white South Africans that I don't understand it. And I'm not a person who is interested in victim politics and in using racism as an excuse for all kinds of foolishness. But really, I think that what South Africans need to really look deep into their hearts. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And then also, I've already made a video about the Kill the Boer song, which I covered it in terms of, is that a call to kill white people? The answer is no. But I wanted to talk about Julius Malema in particular. In terms of, understand that Julius Malema or the EFF has support in the country, but I think it's, what is it, 10% of the support? 9%? Because most South Africans, black in particular, are not left-wing. They are mostly conservative, maybe center-right. So there is often no path for these extreme left parties to like even the MK, by the way, to get into power in South Africa. There's just no mandate for it, based on the views that are held by Black South Africans. And a lot of Black South Africans think that the EFF has bonehead ideas. And Julius Malema has said some racially insensitive statements and racially reckless statements, and sometimes racist statements, yes. I find him to be particularly very reckless. However, there's this thing of how white South Africans speak about the ANC and the EFF. I can tell you now, I've never seen in such prevalence Black people saying the things that similar to white people say, or maybe Black people saying, making comments about, say, the Freedom Front Plus, which is more of an extreme right party. I've never even though obviously like the DA sometimes get called a white supremacist party, white defenders of white monopoly capital, and all of those like socialist rhetoric. But I've never seen rhetoric towards these white-led parties that even resembles the rhetoric that comes from white people towards Black political leaders. It is just night and day. And when I'm saying in terms of seeing it at the extent of it, and the frequency of it, and how widespread it is, and how consistent it is. It is just night and day. It's incomparable. You would find one nut job on like Black nut job saying some crazy shit about the DA or the Freedom Front Plus. But the rhetoric that is so common from white South Africans towards Black-led parties, Black majority parties, just simply has no equivalence at all on the side of black people. There's no comparison. It is why also I have to ask that, guys, what do you want? What do you want? Yeah, so that's really, for me, the issue that I'm having today. I particularly would welcome comments from white South Africans on this video. And please, folks, if you are commenting in my videos, can we keep comments cordial? It's fine for you to disagree. I'm gonna start deleting comments now that are pejoratives and ad hominems and personal attacks and all those things. I'm not expecting people who are coming here to agree with everything that I'm saying. And I expect vigorous debate and disagreements, but what I'm not going to tolerate is cheap shots, pejoratives, ad hominems, especially ad hominems. Can we just keep ad hominem attacks and ad hominem arguments out of this channel, guys, please? And if we can do that, and you can disagree as much as you want on a factual basis, so let me know below what you think.